وما نرسل المرسلين إلا مبشرين ومنذرين ما جن عليه الليل رأى كوكبا قال هذا ربي فلما أفل قال لا أحب الآفلين فلما رأى القمر بازغا قال هذا ربي فلما أفل قال لئن لم يهدني ربي لأكونن من القوم الضالين فلما رأى الشمس بازغة قال هذا ربي هذا أكبر فلما أفلت قال يا قوم إني بريء مما تشركون إني وجهت وجهي للذي فطر السماوات والأرض حنيفا وما أنا من المشركين
Hi. Just in case you're wondering what's this, don't be scared. I know foreign languages are scary. I was really scared when I heard English for the first times. It took me like more than 22 years of my life to don't be scared with gringos talking English, so don't worry. We all know foreign languages are hard and you could be scary with Spanish too. This is beautiful because it's the Makkah or Mecca live, and these are the prayers and the chants on Ramadan times. So we're watching basically this beautiful cube they have, where they have a very sacred. I don't know how to call it. I don't want to. I'm gonna call it this. They have this beautiful sacred stone. That's everything I'm gonna say because I don't want to. I have studied that, but I don't have the correct words because this is totally improvised. But this is a beautiful place. Have you seen these people? They're walking so calmly, like they are attuned. It's just impressive. I have seen and I have showed once one of these videos without any explanation really, and I was totally shocked to see that now there's more people. This is beautiful. Like this is like for us Christians or Catholics going to Jerusalem to visit Jesus Christ places. So this is basically very special and very important because I don't know. For us in Catholicism and Christianity, it's not like we don't have the obligation to go once in our lifetime, but I believe that the Muslim they have to go at least. Uh, if they don't have money or something, I think they can skip that. But normally they have like the obligation to go one time in their life. So they have to go there, and it's very special. It's very special and it's sacred. So I believe it's very important for everyone to learn about others people religion because it's beautiful. And unfortunately, as many of us we have in Catholicism too, I know many Christians. You are also very sad for some people who are very fanatic. It's very important to separate the religion from the fanatism. This can happen everywhere. This happens on soccer. This happens on football team. So for me, this is really beautiful. I have some Muslim friends. They have shared with me first-handed many teachings that they had learned the entire lifetimes, and they have made like a compilation of the most important things. Muslim people they totally encourage and support us to follow Jesus Christ teachings. They actually Jesus Christ it's growth in the Quran as a very important prophet. In case you didn't know, so it's absolutely beautiful. And the Quran it's a beautiful poetic. Many people it's very complex to talk about poetry or literature about the Quran because it's sacred. Meaning, if you say it's poetry, because it's not, but it's graded in a poetic way, like the verses they sound really beautiful. However, many people they don't want to call it poetry because you can take just a phrase you like in the Quran and write it everywhere. It's very insulting. You have to ask for permission, and they normally don't even do it. So you have to be very conscious from that. Besides that, I haven't heard they are not agree about that you can read it, but using one phrase from the Quran, it's not a good idea. There will be people who will be really mad, and some of them also will be very disappointed or sad. So, if you want to have good relationships with Muslim people, meaning even not insulting them, so they will not do more business with you, or they will not feel comfortable around you, because they're very sweet. Like if they don't feel comfortable, they just they just go with other friends. They're very sweet. However, if you really want, or do you have Muslim friends and you want to go the extra mile, like being supportive, it's really beautiful that if they tell you about their religion, just listen to them, and also be pretty sure that Islamic religion, meaning Muslim people, it's peaceful. The religion is peaceful. Anything else, I'm sorry. I believe they might not be even Muslim people or Islamic religion people because it's really beautiful. Like I have knew in person a lot of people who are Muslims, and they are very sweet, and they actually have been super welcoming. They have invited me, and they show me about the food, about the travels. It's really beautiful. So I'm with them with the time of sadness that something very sad happens in their communities, because it had happened in our communities, in our Christian and Catholic communities. We also are sometimes very sad, and we share how sad it's that some people became fanatic. We are not agree with that. We don't know why that happens, but of course we are totally with the Muslim community. It's so sad because this is a peaceful time for all of them. This is like the Catholic Lent. This is a time for reflection. They should not be concerned about someone doing something that could hurt them, or people that could discriminate them, because some people try to pretend maybe that they are Muslim and they're not. So this is a very special time for them. So if you have a Muslim friend, just say hi, hope you're fine, and allow them to pray. This is a time, Ramadan, they can only eat in the night when it's dark. So the entire day they cannot take a lot of meals. So be very conscious that I don't remember exactly how long it lasts, but Ramadan Kareem, this lasts like sort of like Lent, very similar, and it's a reflection and praying times. Only that, just it sounds so much like carême or Lent in our uh, in our um, in our Catholic or Christian terms, and it's really beautiful. I have always wanted to go to an Arabic country when the Ramadan comes, because it's so beautiful. So I hope all my Muslim friends are okay, and I hope they can have time for their prayers, because as for us Catholic and Christians, we deserve to have peaceful times, because we are in the most important time of the Lent or cuaresma or carême, as you say in French. It's the most important time for us. From now until next Sunday, it will be the most important time of the year for every Catholic and Christian people. So, as we deserve a time for our prayers, for our beliefs to reflect in our writings in the Bible, right now, exactly at the same time, just for them, still are not the biggest days. That's that's later. They are using this time, like Catholic people, for reading the Quran, for talking about, believe it or not, world peace, how to support their communities. Many Muslim people, they talk how to protect poor people, how to give them jobs. I have seen this from very close, thanks to some of my friends allow me to show me. Actually, I have some friends from Saudi Arabia, and it has been very special for me that they have shared with me. I have tears in my eyes. They have been so sweet. And actually, I was part of a marriage with a person from Saudi Arabia. I was the dancer. I was very conservative because I was very protective of being supportive and being a helper, because I know the culture is very special and you have to be very polite. And I did it in Europe, but still I was very like, what's okay? What do you like? Because it was very important for me for doing something totally accepted by the religion of my friends, one of my friends. So it was an amazing experience to know some people from Saudi Arabia and to hear um, the yuyus or the sagarit, sagarit. I don't know how to say it right now. Sagarit. It was really beautiful. So I will try to make a tiny one because everybody is kind of like Monday, and we are in Lent time for you guys. So that's a tiny one because I don't want to bother my neighbors, because this is a very, in all days in Mexico, these days it was impossible what I'm doing. My mom, when I was a kid, she forbade to us to listen to music or watch too much TV or even play Nintendo. So, because she said that only the three most important days in Lent time, which will be next week between uh, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, are very important for us, Catholics and Christians. Those days, my mom was very strict, like no music, because her grandma was very strict, and she was like, "I'm only telling you 3 days. The rest, it's fine." So, but her grandma, she was like the entire 40 days, because those were the customs of the times, not just in Mexico, but in many Catholic and Christians, believe it or not, countries. You have to be totally quiet because it was a reflection time and it was a time for reading, so everybody was kind of like having a hard time to understand the Bible because it's too much information. And normally they will use the 40 days to read over and over the scripts, because as the Muslim, it's a special time for relearn, because every time I read the Bible, I find something else I didn't pay attention before. Sometimes are the names of the cities, sometimes it's the color of the mountains, sometimes it's the people who were there, how many, what they were doing, where they came from, who was the parent of whom. So we are humans, so it's basically impossible to learn everything word by word. So it's the same as, it's exactly the same for Muslim people. So we all deserve to have some peace, so we can reflect in our religions, our teachings, and our communities, how to help each other, how to look for peaceful communities inside and outside. and how to prevent fanatism to occur, or how to teach to others that religions are peaceful and the rest is an exception, and also how to cover these very important topics. So I find it's very important to listen to this, bear than me. So let's watch a little bit of what Ramadan Kareem, it's about, and let's be very respectful with our Muslim friends, and if you can help them to be safe these days, that would be amazing.
ولا تأكلوا مما لم يذكر اسم الله عليه وإنه لفسق وإن الشياطين ليوحون إلى أوليائهم ليجادلوكم وإن أطعتموهم إنكم لمشركون أومن كان ميتا فأحييناه وجعلنا له نورا يمشي به في الناس كمن مثله في الظلمات ليس بخارج منها كذلك زين للكافرين ما كانوا يعملون وكذلك جعلنا في كل قرية أكابر مجرميها ليمكروا فيها وما يمكرون إلا بأنفسهم وما يشعرون وإذا جاءتهم آية قالوا لن نؤمن حتى نؤتى مثل ما أوتي رسل الله أعلم حيث يجعل رسالته سيصيب الذين أجرموا صغار عند الله وعذاب شديد بما كانوا يمكرون فمن يرد الله أن يهديه يشرح صدره للإسلام ومن يرد أن يضله يجعل صدره ضيقا حرجا كأنما يصعد في السماء كذلك يجعل الله الرجل
Jefe del Ejército Libertador del Sur, Emiliano Zapata, manifiesto zapatista en náhuatl. Al pueblo de México, a los pueblos y gobiernos del mundo. Hermanos, nosotros nacimos de la noche, en ella vivimos, moriremos en ella. Pero la luz será mañana para los más, para todos aquellos que hoy lloran la noche, para quienes se niega el día, para todos la luz, para todos todo. Nuestra lucha es por hacernos escuchar y el mal gobierno grita soberbia y tapa con cañones sus oídos. Nuestra lucha es por un trabajo justo y digno y el mal gobierno compra y vende cuerpos y vergüenzas. Nuestra lucha es por la vida y el mal gobierno oferta muerte como futuro. Nuestra lucha es por la justicia y el mal gobierno se llena de criminales y asesinos. Nuestra lucha es por la paz y el mal gobierno anuncia guerra y destrucción. Techo, tierra, trabajo, pan, salud, educación, independencia, democracia, libertad. Estas fueron nuestras demandas en la larga noche de los 500 años. Estas son hoy nuestras exigencias.
Aquí no pegamos los ojos,